quand j'avais vous voyez que c'est dans l'âge là d'adolescence. Quand j'ai eu ce handicap, j'ai constaté que la vie est terminée. C'est la raison pour laquelle j'étais très triste et je n'ai pu parvenir à accepter mon handicap. Et puis, j'allais même arrêter mes études. Ce sont mes parents qui étaient tout près de moi. Et il y avait aussi les prêtres qui m'ont approché pour me conseiller en fait de continuer mes études.
The importance of parental involvement was also highlighted when Naz and Tess joined Marie-Rose from Handicap International to visit Bonheur.
Today we visited a little girl called Bonheur. She was living with her auntie. It was a tale really from the genocide because the auntie's husband had been killed, her sister's husband had been killed, and this little girl Bonheur's parents had both been killed in the genocide. But that wasn't what had actually caused her disability, nothing to do with the genocide. At the age of 6, she'd had a car traffic accident where she'd been left in a coma. The end result of her injuries was that she's left paralysed on one side and with a really nasty scar that still bleeds on her throat. All of that happened when she was 6 years old. Now she's 15 and she spent so much time in hospital that she's really missed out on education. The school welcoming, did they find it easy to welcome Bonheur into school, or was it difficult for you to...
They first refused that, saying that she was beyond the age of starting the primary school.
It just strikes me that Bonheur has had a lot of lost time.
Yes.
And she needs a bit of extra support. Yes. What would you like your teacher to do for you that would make it easier for you to learn and help you to learn? She actually wants to become a teacher. And you know, just looking at her, it's not impossible. She can do it. That's encouraging too. So much of it's about money, but you know, for me, so much of it is also about having the will to really get what you need and have the child's best interests at heart.
With limited resources and large class sizes, teaching children with a diverse range of educational needs in Rwanda can be challenging. Despite the difficulties, the successes are very apparent.
It's funny, you know, when you go around schools, you sometimes just get a feel of kind of, you know, goodness almost.
Yeah.
There's good people working there who are kind of, they know what they're doing and children are happy. And
you could see that they were happy.
You could see they were happy.
They were enjoying school.
Yeah, that's right.
As cheeky as they were.
Yeah, absolutely.
This girl, Alodi, is also in a mainstream school in Mahanga. Not only does she keep up with her class, she excels, regularly achieving outstanding grades. She also has very definite views on how teachers can improve things for disabled students.
Abana bafite ubumuga numva babatwara buhoro kuko ntago baba bafite imbaraga nk'iz'abandi mu kugenda kwanjye bancaho bakaza ubwo nyine urumva singatwaye kwihuta nkabo nkaba nsaba nk'abarimu ko bajya bihangana bakafatira nyine igihe mpagereye ntibandenganye kuko nanjye ntago mba nshaka kuza ku ishuri nakerewe.
Mais des fois, bien sûr, aussi, nous disaient qu'il faut que les écoles aussi soient sensibles, il faut qu'eux aussi les accueillent, il faut que les directions scolaires soient sensibles, mais nous les rassurons que nous travaillons aussi avec les enseignants, avec les directions, que dès qu'ils sont sensibles à envoyer l'enfant à l'école, l'enfant sera accueilli à l'école.
Handicap International strives for the inclusion of all children into mainstream education, and it works together with special schools because they have a wealth of knowledge and experience that shouldn't be ignored.
I think it's a wonderful place, I really do. It's quite inspiring that out of so little they've created quite a lot, an awful lot in fact. and they're catering for the children's needs. And a mum and dad involved, or parents involved in the whole process.
turicara n'umubyeyi tugakora iyo pride video umubyeyi nyine kwa akaba afite ibyo yifuza noneho mwarimu nawe akavuga ibyo azamugezaho asha kwifungira wenda nk'ibitesu ugasanga wenda ntabasha kwikarabya noneho wenda muri trimestre itaha ugasanga noneho wenda agarutse yarongeye yarabyibagiwe ubwo turongera tugasubira muri ya objective tukongeraho noneho n'indi yagira kuko bana bisaba gufata igihe.
So, you know, you're ahead of us in making sure that the parents are clear of the targets for the holidays. That's something we can take back, couldn't we, Tess?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This special school not only educates, it goes to great lengths to offer children a future within the community. They work alongside this local carpentry business, where some of the pupils are now gaining a vacation.
urabona ko turimo tubategura nibwo dutangiye kugerageza ikintu twebwe dutekereza wenda ashobora kubona akazi ahantu cyangwa se yajya niwabo ku musozi w'iwabo yaratangiye gukora neza kumva twamushakira udukoresho nawe akagenda agakorera iwabo aho muri karitsiye nibyo tuba twifuza akamenya ko nawe afite umurimo agomba gukora.
Vocational training schemes such as this see disabled people as a resource that a country like Rwanda can ill afford to ignore. Another sign of disabled people being included in society was found at the Kigali Institute of Education.
This is the first time that a Rwandan blind person got an education in Rwanda and went to university. It's absolutely the first time. Rwanda is a place where people who are disabled haven't really been given that much of a priority. My personal aspiration is to see that these people actually, their lives improve and that they get a better, they are able to be integrated in society and to be included actually in society.
This student, Innocent, who's blind, is part of the first wave of disabled students to begin a degree here.
En école secondaire, nous étudions avec beaucoup de difficultés. Nous étudions avec nos collègues à côté, au pupitre, qui nous dictaient les notes au tableau et nous avons l'écrire à nos machines ou tablettes. Et avec les nouveaux équipements, je pense que jusqu'à maintenant, nous n'avons pas encore les utiliser bien. Je pense que ça va aller. Parce que les équipements attendus sont à peu près complets. On a encore peur pour nous, mais ça va aller avec l'expérience.
The developments here at the Kigali Institute of Education, together with the work of Handicap International and its partners, offer new hope for disabled learners in Rwanda.
Il y a un changement, et donc il y a un changement dans la communauté. Et donc ils commencent à comprendre que les enfants ont le même droit que les autres.
Aujourd'hui, on voit une dynamique, une volonté, tant au niveau de la communauté, au niveau des institutions, au niveau du gouvernement et d'autres organisations, de pouvoir vraiment promouvoir une approche inclusive de l'éducation.
The children here have got hope because the people that are working here with them have got a real vision for the future for them, and that's really exciting for this country, and I just hope they make it work.
I think the future is bright. The government is starting to take a more active role, I think, and we are hopeful that we'll get far.
Although it is in some instances about resources, it's not the main thing, it's more about believing in the children and that you can move them forward and that together they can all succeed.
Le moment où j'étudiais, on ne parlait plus de l'éducation inclusive. Il n'y avait plus même la loi pour la protection des personnes handicapées. Mais jusqu'à maintenant, je vois qu'il y a un pas, il y a tout le monde qui est impliqué dans l'éducation inclusive.
I think it's an exciting time in Rwanda. Lots of people are working together, lots of people are hopefully going to listen, and if the commitment's there, which we've seen a lot of that this week, then hopefully exciting things ahead.
Well, one thing that struck me, and I would like to say, is the commitment of the teachers that we came across.
Sometimes when you work with children with special needs, the progress can be very slow. The trip highlighted for me, what children's lives might be like without the support that we give them in school. Obviously, we've got better resources, but there are lots of similarities in terms of the prejudice that disabled children and their families encounter.
They are still striving to have society accept those that aren't, as well off or have got difficulties, whether it be physical or learning. And unless you get everybody on board, it's very, very difficult. And I think that's what Rwanda was facing, and that's made me realise that I have to do a lot more of promoting inclusiveness and making it much more explicit as to what we're doing in school regarding inclusiveness.
Donc je suis très optimiste. Je pense que l'avenir nous promet des choses beaucoup plus intéressantes qu'aujourd'hui, et donc j'y crois.